So Nathan, which position do you love most? Sophia's question hangs in the air between us, and my coffee mug stops halfway to my lips. My heart is beating so fast I think she can hear it. What is she really asking me? The afternoon sun makes her apartment glow like honey. She sits on the floor across from me, her red hair falling over one shoulder. Those green eyes watch me, waiting for my answer. My hands start to shake a little. We are so close I can smell her sweet shampoo. The music box sits between us, its tiny dancer frozen in place. Papers are spread all around us on the wooden floor. But right now, all I can think about is her question. Which position do I love most? My throat feels tight. 3 years, 3 whole years of living across the hall from her. 3 years of helping her carry boxes, sharing late dinners, talking until the sun comes up. 3 years of falling for this girl, who says my name like it means something special. And now she asks me this. My voice comes out rough and broken. I put my coffee down before I drop it. What do you mean? Her soft laugh makes my chest hurt in the best way. She plays with the bottom of her blue sweater. The same sweater that makes her eyes look like ocean water. You know, your favorite. The one you find most comfortable. Heat climbs up my neck like fire. We are sitting so close our knees almost touch. I can see every tiny freckle on her nose, can count each breath she takes. This beautiful girl, who has been my friend, my secret crush, my everything for 3 years, is asking me about positions, and I have no idea what to say. Sophia, I lean back against her couch, trying to make space between us. If I stay this close, I might do something crazy, like touch her face, like tell her how I really feel. I don't think we should talk about this. She looks confused, tilting her head like a curious bird. Why not? It's just dancing. Dancing. The word comes out like I am choking. The dance positions. For the wedding. She waves her hand at all the papers around us. Pictures of couples in fancy clothes. Step charts. Photos of big white dresses and shiny black shoes. My brain goes blank. The wedding. My sister's wedding. That is why I am here. That is why Sophia is helping me learn to dance. She was asking about dance positions. Before we continue, please like this video, subscribe, and let me know where you are watching from. The air in the room changes. All that heavy feeling lifts away, but something new takes its place. Something that makes my stomach flip around like a bird trying to escape. You're talking about dance positions. I cover my face with both hands. Of course you are. Sophia's cheeks turn pink like roses. She understands now what I was thinking. What did you think I was? She stops talking. Her mouth makes a small O shape. Oh Nathan. We stare at each other across the tiny music box. Neither of us moves. I can hear everything. Cars driving by outside, her neighbor's TV through the thin walls, the sound of my own heartbeat in my ears. She reaches for her water glass, but her hand shakes just a little. I notice because I always notice everything about Sophia, like how she bites her bottom lip when she's thinking, how she hums old songs while she cooks, how she keeps a small cactus on her kitchen window that she talks to every morning. I'm sorry, I say. I shouldn't have thought what? Her voice is so quiet I have to lean closer to hear her. The sunlight coming through her white curtains makes everything glow. It hits the scattered papers and makes them look like fallen snow. Wedding photos show happy couples spinning and dipping, dance step charts with little black footprints, all the things my sister Emma needs me to learn before her big day. But looking at those couples now makes something twist in my chest. Sophia picks up one of the papers. Her fingers are long and gentle. I watch them trace over a picture of 2 people holding each other close. The closed position, she says. That's my favorite one. Why? The question slips out before I can stop it. She sets down her water glass. It makes a soft clink on the wooden floor. Because you're completely connected to your partner. You can feel everything they feel. Every breath, every heartbeat. My mouth goes dry. She moves the music box to one side, careful not to break its little dancer. The movement brings her closer to me. Close enough that I can see the small scar on her chin, from when she fell off her bike as a kid. She told me that story on a rainy Tuesday night, 6 months ago. You have to trust each other completely, she continues. Her eyes meet mine and hold. No hiding, no pretending. I think about all the ways we hide from each other. How I pretend I don't watch her through my apartment window when she waters her plants on the fire escape. How she pretends she doesn't know I leave coffee and donuts by her door every Friday morning. How we both pretend we're just friends when we fall asleep on her couch watching movies, her head on my shoulder. Show me, I say, surprising myself. Her breathing changes, gets faster. Show you what? The closed position, for the wedding. My voice sounds strange, like it belongs to someone braver than me. Sophia looks down at the papers, then back at me. She tucks her red hair behind her ear, that thing she does when she's nervous. Okay. She gets up on her knees. I copy her. Now we're facing each other on her living room floor, the afternoon light painting us both gold. Give me your left hand, she whispers. I hold it out. She takes it in her right hand. Her skin is warm and soft. I try not to think about how many times I've wanted to hold her hand like this. Now put your right hand on my back, right here. She guides my hand to the spot just below her shoulder blade. The moment I touch her, she takes a quick breath. I feel her body go still under my palm. Through her thin sweater, I can feel the curve of her spine, the warmth of her skin, and I put my left hand on your shoulder. She reaches up and places her palm on my shoulder. Even through my shirt, her touch burns like sunshine. We're locked together now, in perfect dance frame. But we're not dancing. We're just breathing. Just looking at each other like we've never looked before. This is how it works, she says, but her voice shakes a little. This is how what works. Dancing, trust, connection. She pauses, bites that bottom lip again. Everything. The music box sits next to us, forgotten. Its painted roses catch the light. I remember the first time I saw it, 3 months ago when she bought it at the antique shop downstairs. She'd been so happy, winding it up and watching the tiny ballerina spin. I've never been good at dancing, I admit. You don't have to be good. You just have to be present. Her thumb moves across my knuckles, and I almost forget how to breathe. You just have to be here. But I am here. I've been here for 3 years, falling a little more each day for this girl who makes terrible jokes and burns toast and sings in the shower loud enough for the whole building to hear. Nathan, yeah, what were you really thinking when I asked you that question? The honest answer sits on my tongue like a secret too big to keep, that I was thinking about every way I want to be close to her. Every position that would let me hold her, touch her, make her mine. But I can't say that, can I? Instead, I squeeze her hand gently and feel her squeeze back. Hit that like button if you've ever had your heart racing from one simple question. What were you really thinking when I asked you that question? Her words hang between us like a challenge. We're still locked in dance frame, my hand on her back, hers on my shoulder, our other hands joined. But suddenly it feels like we're standing on the edge of a cliff. I swallow hard. Sophia, tell me. She shifts closer. So close now that if I leaned forward just an inch, our foreheads would touch. What did you think I was asking? My heart pounds against my ribs like it's trying to escape. Through the thin fabric of her sweater I can feel her breathing change. Getting faster. Shallower. I thought you were asking about... I stop. Can't finish. About what? The sunlight has moved across the room while we've been sitting here. It hits the music box differently now, making the gold edges gleam. The tiny ballerina inside looks frozen in time, just like us. You know what I thought, I whisper. She nods slowly. Say it anyway. I thought you were asking about intimate positions. The confession comes out rough and honest. Between us. Her pupils get bigger. I watch it happen. See the exact moment the words hit her. Her grip on my shoulder tightens just a little. And what would you have said? She asks. Her voice is barely louder than the breeze coming through her open window. I stare at her, at those green eyes that have haunted my dreams for months, at the small freckle just above her left eyebrow, at lips that look soft as silk. I would have said I don't know. My thumb moves across her knuckles without my permission, because I've never been with you that way. But I think about it. The last part slips out like a secret I never meant to tell. She goes very still. For a moment, I think I've ruined everything. 3 years of friendship destroyed by my stupid honesty. Then she leans closer. You think about it. She breathes against my cheek. Every day, another secret escaping. I can't seem to stop them now. Every single day since you moved in across the hall. Her left hand slides from my shoulder to the back of my neck. Her fingers tangle in the hair there, and I have to bite my tongue to keep from making a sound. What do you think about? She whispers. Sophia. Her name comes out like a warning, like a prayer. What do you think about Nathan? I close my eyes, trying to find some control. But her perfume is everywhere. That sweet, clean smell that makes me dizzy. When I open my eyes again, she's watching me with an expression I've never seen before. Hungry. That's the only word for it. I think about holding you. My voice cracks. Really holding you. Not just when we watch movies and you fall asleep. I think about waking up next to you. I think about kissing you until we both forget our names. Her breathing stops completely. I think about what your skin would feel like under my hands. How you'd sound if I cut myself off before I say something that crosses a line we can't come back from. If you what? She prompts. If I touched you the way I want to touch you. The words sit between us like lit matches. Dangerous. Beautiful. Ready to burn everything down. She moves our joined hands, bringing them closer to her chest. I can feel her heartbeat through her wrist. It's racing as fast as mine. Do you want to know something? She says. I nod, not trusting my voice. When I asked you that question about positions, and you got that look on your face, she pauses, bites that bottom lip. Part of me hoped you were thinking what you were thinking. My brain stops working. Part of me wanted you to answer that question too. The music box tips over as I pull her closer without thinking. It doesn't break, just rolls onto its side. The tiny dancer disappears inside its velvet-lined home. What are you saying? I ask. I'm saying I've been thinking about it too. Her confession comes out in a rush. I've been thinking about you, about us. My hand on her back presses harder. I can feel every curve, every breath she takes. Sophia, I'm saying when you look at me like you're looking at me right now, I forget how to think straight. How am I looking at you? Like you want to devour me. The words hit me like lightning. Before I can think, my free hand comes up to cup her face. Her skin is warm as summer under my palm. Is that what you want? I ask. To be devoured? She closes her eyes and leans into my touch. Yes. By me? Only by you. Something inside my chest explodes like fireworks. 3 years of wanting, of pretending, of lying to myself about what she means to me. All of it crashes together into this one perfect moment. We can't go back from this, I warn her. If we do this, everything changes. Her eyes open, and they're bright with tears I don't understand. Happy tears, maybe, or scared ones. Everything already changed, she says. 3 years ago when you helped me carry my boxes upstairs. It changed the first time you left coffee by my door. It changed every time you stayed late just to talk to me. It changed every time you looked at me like I matter. You do matter. Then stop being afraid. She's right. I am afraid. Terrified that I'll mess this up. That I'll lose her. That I'm not good enough for someone as perfect as Sophia. But sitting here with her hand in mine, with her confession hanging in the air between us, I realize I'm more afraid of not trying. What if I'm not what you need? I ask. What if you're exactly what I need? Her thumb traces circles on the back of my neck and I shiver. The late afternoon light makes her hair look like fire, makes her skin glow like gold. I want to kiss you, I say, the words tumbling out before I can stop them. What's stopping you? Nothing. I lean closer. Absolutely nothing. Our foreheads touch, our noses brush. I can taste her breath, sweet like the honey tea she always drinks, can count every eyelash, every freckle, every perfect imperfection that makes her who she is. Nathan? Yeah. Kiss me. Subscribe and tell me in the comments. Have you ever completely misunderstood someone you cared about? Kiss me. The space between us disappears. I don't know who moves first, but suddenly my lips are on hers, and the world stops spinning. She tastes like honey tea, and promises, like 3 years of waiting finally coming to an end. Her mouth is soft and warm and everything I dreamed it would be. More than I dreamed. My hand tangles in her red hair, and she makes a small sound that drives me crazy. Good crazy. The kind that makes me want to pull her closer and never let go. When we break apart, we're both breathing hard. Her lips are pink and slightly swollen. Her eyes are bright and wild. That was, she starts. Amazing. I finish. She laughs, and the sound is like music. I was going to say overdue. That too. We're still holding each other in dance frame, but it feels different now, less formal, more real. Like we've crossed some invisible line and there's no going back. Nathan? Her voice is soft, unsure. What? Earlier when you thought I was asking about intimate things. She looks down at our joined hands. I need to tell you something. My stomach flips. Okay. Part of me was asking about that too. The words hit me like a punch to the chest. What do you mean? She takes a deep breath, gathering courage. I mean when I asked which position you loved most. Yes, I was talking about dancing. But in the back of my mind, she trails off, cheeks burning red. In the back of your mind what? I was thinking about the other kind too. Her confession comes out in a rush. I was hoping you'd misunderstand. I was hoping you'd think about us that way, because I've been thinking about us that way for months. My world tilts sideways. You have, every night. She looks up at me through her lashes. Every morning when I wake up alone, every time I hear you moving around in your apartment and wish you were here instead, I stare at her, speechless. I've been going crazy, Nathan. Wanting you and thinking you only saw me as a friend. When you got that look on your face after my question, when you got all flustered and embarrassed. She smiles. I thought maybe, just maybe, you wanted me too. I do want you. The words come out fierce and honest. God, Sophia, I want you so much it hurts. She shifts closer, bringing our bodies flush together. I can feel the heat of her through her sweater, can smell that sweet perfume that drives me wild. Show me, she whispers. Show you what? Show me how much you want me. My control snaps like a broken string. I kiss her again, harder this time. Desperate. She responds immediately, her free hand fisting in my shirt, pulling me closer. We're still in dance position, but now it feels less like dancing and more like drowning. Her lips part under mine, and I nearly lose my mind. She tastes like every fantasy I've ever had, every dream I've pushed away because I thought she was off limits. Nathan, she breathes against my mouth. Yeah? I want to teach you more than just dancing. My heart stops. What kind of teaching? She pulls back just enough to look at me. Her eyes are dark with something that makes my blood sing. Every kind. Everything you've been thinking about. Everything I've been thinking about. Sophia, her name comes out like a prayer. What? Are you sure? Once we cross this line, I already crossed it. She cuts me off. 3 years ago when I met you. I just didn't know it yet. She moves her hand from my shoulder to my chest, right over my racing heart. Feel that? That's what you do to me. Every time you smile at me. Every time you say my name. Every time you exist in the same space as me. I cover her hand with mine, pressing it harder against my chest. You do the same thing to me. Then stop talking and do something about it. I don't need to be told twice. This kiss is different from the first two. Hungrier. More demanding. She opens for me immediately, and I explore her mouth like I'm mapping new territory. She tastes like everything I've ever wanted and never thought I could have. Her hands roam now, no longer bound by the formal dance frame. One slides up to tangle in my hair, while the other grips my shoulder like she's afraid I might disappear. I let go of her hand, so I can touch her face, her neck, the soft skin just behind her ear that makes her shiver when I brush it with my thumb. You're so beautiful, I murmur against her throat. Don't stop, she whispers back. Please don't stop. I couldn't if I tried. We're lost in each other now. 3 years of build-up finally finding release. Every touch feels electric. Every kiss feels like coming home. When we finally break apart, we're both shaking. Wow, she says, pressing her forehead to mine. Wow is right. So she says, and there's mischief in her voice now, about those dance lessons. I laugh despite myself. What about them? I think we should practice more, a lot more. She grins, and it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I mean, you still need to be ready for the wedding. Right, the wedding. And I did promise to help you learn all the positions. The way she says positions makes heat pool low in my stomach. All of them. Every single one. She leans closer, her lips brushing my ear. I'm a very thorough teacher. The words send fire racing through my veins. How thorough? Private lessons. Individual attention. Hands-on instruction. Each phrase is punctuated by a soft kiss to my jawline. Whatever it takes to make sure you're properly prepared. I groan, pulling her closer. You're going to kill me. What a way to go. She's laughing now, bright and free and happy. The sound fills up all the empty spaces in my chest that I didn't even know were there. So what do you say? She asks. Ready for your next lesson? I look at her, hair messed from my hands, lips swollen from our kisses, eyes bright with joy and desire and something deeper that makes my heart race, and know my answer. Teach me everything. We sit in the golden light, still holding each other close. My lips still tingle from kissing her. Her cheeks are flushed pink like rose petals. Neither of us wants to move and break this perfect moment. Hi, she whispers, smiling up at me. Hi yourself. Her fingers play with the collar of my shirt. Such a simple touch, but it makes my skin feel alive. I can't believe we just did that. Which part, the kissing or the confessing? Both. She laughs softly. All of it. The overturned music box catches my eye. It lies on its side next to us, the little door open. When I reach over and wind the tiny key, it starts to play. But something is broken inside. The melody comes out choppy and wrong, skipping notes like a record with scratches. Oh no, Sophia says, seeing what happened. We broke it. I'm sorry, I'll buy you a new one. She shakes her head. Don't, I like it better this way. Why? Because now it has a story. Now it's not just some perfect thing from a store. It's the music box that was there when everything changed between us. I pick it up carefully, holding it in my palm. The tiny ballerina is crooked now, tilted at an odd angle, but she still spins when the broken melody plays. Like us, I say without thinking. What do you mean? We're not perfect either. We're both a little broken, a little crooked, but we still dance. Sophia's eyes get watery, but she's smiling. That's the most beautiful thing anyone has ever said to me. I mean it. I know you do. That's why it's beautiful. She takes the music box from my hands and sets it on the floor between us. We watch the tiny dancer spin to her damaged song. It's strangely lovely, the way the music stumbles and catches but keeps playing anyway. Nathan? What happens now? It's a big question, the kind that can change everything or ruin everything, depending on the answer. I think about my sister's wedding next week, about work on Monday, about all the normal everyday things that will still exist outside this golden afternoon. But mostly I think about Sophia, about waking up tomorrow, and knowing she feels the same way I do, about not having to pretend anymore that we're just friends. Now we figure it out as we go, I say. Together. Together, she repeats, like she's testing how the word tastes. Is that what you want? More than anything. She curls up against my side, her head on my shoulder. I wrap my arms around her and breathe in her sweet scent. This is what I've wanted for so long. Not just the kissing, though that was incredible. This, the quiet closeness, the feeling that I belong somewhere. The wedding is in 6 days, she says against my chest. I know. Do you still want me to teach you to dance? Definitely. But maybe we should practice somewhere with fewer breakable things. She giggles. My bedroom has a bigger floor. The suggestion hits me like lightning, but I force myself to stay calm. Sophia. What? We don't have to rush this. We can take our time. She lifts her head to look at me. What if I don't want to take my time? Then we won't. I brush a strand of hair from her face. We'll do whatever feels right. This feels right, she says, gesturing between us. It does. You feel right. So do you. The sun is getting lower now, painting everything in deeper gold. Soon it will be evening, then night, then tomorrow. But right now, time feels stopped, like we exist in our own little world, where nothing can hurt us. Can I ask you something? She says. Anything. When you thought I was asking about the other thing, what was your first thought? Be honest. I consider lying, giving her some safe answer. But we've come too far for lies now. My first thought was that I wanted to answer yes to everything, I say. Every position, every way you wanted me. I thought about how I'd never been with anyone who mattered as much as you do. She goes very still. And now what? Now that you know I want the same thing. What do you think now? I look down at her, at this amazing woman who somehow wants me back, who kissed me like she meant it, who's looking at me like I hung the stars just for her. Now I think I'm the luckiest man alive. Good answer. I have more. Tell me. I think we're going to be terrible at ballroom dancing, because I'll be too distracted looking at you. I think your neighbors are going to complain about all the music we play while practicing. I think I'm going to fall even more in love with you than I already am. The last part slips out before I can catch it. Her breath catches. You love me? Yeah. There's no point in taking it back now. I love you, Sophia. I've loved you for a long time. Tears spill down her cheeks, but she's smiling so bright it could power the whole city. I love you too, she whispers. The words hit me like a physical thing, warm and perfect and real. Say it again, I ask. I love you, Nathan. Again. I love you. One more time. I love you, I love you, I love you. She's laughing and crying at the same time, peppering my face with tiny kisses between each word. I catch her face in my hands and kiss her properly, pouring everything I feel into it. When we break apart, we're both breathless. The broken music box plays its stuttering song beside us. The late afternoon light wraps around us like a blanket, and for the first time in 3 years, everything feels exactly as it should be. So she says, echoing her earlier question with a grin that makes my heart skip. Which position do you love most? I pretend to think about it, studying her face. The tiny scar on her chin, the gold flecks in her green eyes, the way she bites her bottom lip when she's waiting for an answer. Whichever one keeps me close to you, I say finally. That's every position. Perfect. She laughs and kisses me again, soft and sweet and full of promise. The music box winds down, its broken melody fading to silence. But I barely notice. I'm too busy falling in love with the most wonderful misunderstanding of my life. Like this video, subscribe and let me know in the comments. What's the most romantic misunderstanding you've ever had?